but Disney gonna Disney, and they're already Disneying here before it even gets started. Oh yeah, we're injecting some levity. Yeah, you're putting Marvel comedy in it. God damn it. News bits! Those little stories that aren't quite big enough for their own story, but we still don't want to forget about them. We want to talk about them a little bit. And there's a few things, a few little snippets here. Some of it comes from this weekend's D23, and some of it is just some other random stuff. That first thing that we're going to talk about comes from D23, and that would be that Daredevil, you know, Netflix's Daredevil, Charlie Cox, the beloved Daredevil, which awesome show, by the way. If you haven't seen it, I think you have to go to Disney Plus to watch it now, but it's an awesome show worth checking out. Quick question before I jump into that, Nick, do you know, have they done any editing or anything to that show? Or is it the same show that it was on Netflix?
They did not neuter it. They kept all the shows the same, but they have like a parental guidance feature or some nonsense. But no, it's all unedited, so there's blood and gore and probably some curse language, some drug use, you know, good stuff.
Yeah, the good shit. So yeah, check out Daredevil. That was one of the really refreshing, cool things about it, is it was I get R-rated, that's what we called it, Marvel thing, and it was really fucking cool. So I loved Daredevil. I don't think I finished season 3. I might be confused there. I don't know. And it spawned the Defenders, which was like their version of the Avengers, and I liked that too. I liked all the shows. Iron Fist was a little weak, but I enjoyed all of them to a degree. It is definitely worth checking out. But Daredevil has been picked up by, well, they're all picked up by Disney now. Disney took them over because they bought, they own Marvel, so I guess the rights just went back to them. But Daredevil, that character, that version, is coming back, or is coming into the MCU, even though those shows already took place in the MCU, because they do talk about New York and stuff like that. But it was teased that he would be showing up in the She-Hulk show, which is now going, and apparently we found a little bit more info about that this weekend, that he is going to be in it, but he is only in one episode. So it's kind of like a backdoor pilot for Daredevil's new show that will be showing up on Disney Plus, called Daredevil Born Again. And as far as that show goes, Charlie Cox said that there is going to be a bit more levity in it, is the word they used, than the previous version of the show. He did say that he still wants to remain truthful to the tone of the comics, but with a bit of levity. Which, what that says to me is they're going to insert some of that good old Marvel comedy that we all love so much, that just, you know, breaks down any kind of dramatic tension you have. What are your thoughts on this, Nick? All this, I guess.
I mean, he did catch a brick, so I mean, hey, anything's possible in the world of Daredevil. Whatever. I'll see it when it comes out. I did watch the first 2 seasons like you did, not the 3rd season, unfortunately. It's nice that they're bringing, you know, D'Onofrio back as Kingpin, like the last couple, you know, with whatever the last thing he was in, Hawkeye or some shit. Yeah, I mean, sure, just make it good. That's all I care about. I look at it this way: if they keep, like, they're not gonna make it as violent as the other one. They're not gonna make it rated M. Just make it fun and entertaining. Just make a good Daredevil property. Don't do the shit they did in 2003 or whatever. Just do something. I hope not.
And this is coming from somebody who usually shits on Disney. I don't know if they'll go down that road, but yeah, I'm with you. I just hope they're going to nerf it to a degree, but it'll be like hardcore for Disney. But I doubt
Karen doing like coke or whatever she did in that TV series.
Yeah, I doubt very much it's going to be nearly as R-rated or adult as it was when it was on Netflix, and that's unfortunate. That was one of that gritty turn for it. Really worked for that character. Daredevil is a character that I was always like, he's a blind guy. I mean, I didn't really care, but they made him really cool in that show. Like that was an awesome show. But I'm with you. I just hope they make a good show. Now, I don't hold out. I'm cautiously optimistic. I love that character. I love the actor who plays that character. I love that world they created. But Disney gonna Disney, and they're already Disneying here before it even gets started. Oh yeah, we're injecting some levity. Yeah, you're putting Marvel comedy in it. God damn it. How many people? I mean, have most people kind of gone on record saying, yeah, too much Marvel, too much. The comedy is becoming too much. and it does like break up tension and stuff like that. Just leave that shit out of it. Just make Netflix already gave you a template. You own it. Just make that. Everybody who's involved with it, all the directors, the writers, just get them back on board. And just make more Daredevil. That's that. People will be happy if you do that.
We have what 2 years of bitching to do. Maybe they'll listen to us finally.
Does it not come out for 2 years?
I think it's like 2024 or something like that. Yeah.
Holy shit! I thought it was coming sooner than that. Well, damn. Well, Daredevil Born Again is coming in 2 years. I really thought it was before that, but you can get a little dose of Daredevil in the She-Hulk show. I don't know what episode, but it's not gonna be a lot because apparently he's just showing up for one episode. He made it sound like it'd only be like a few scenes, if that. So he's probably gonna show up on a rooftop or something and be like, Daredevil, you're really.
Hey, you want to hear? You want to hear something funny? So, Daredevil Born Again is a comic book from 1986 written by Frank Miller and drawn by David Mizzalucci, or Celli, or however you say his name. You want to hear what the story details of Daredevil Born Again are?
Absolutely. It's Frank Miller.
The story. Oh yeah, right. Story details. The story details Daredevil's descent into insanity and destitution at the Kingpin's hands, as well as subsequent struggles to build a new life for himself. The storyline was loosely adapted into the third season of the TV series. So it's about him going insane and having destitution thanks to the Kingpin.
So neither of us have seen season 3. But you're saying that it was loosely adapted in season 3, so all they're doing now is adapting season 3 to this new show. So season
I guess
4 or season 1, depending on how you look, it's the same character. Is it just going to be the same thing as season 3? Okay, whatever. But I will withhold judgment until I see this thing. But who knows? In 2 years, who knows where Marvel will be? Maybe I'll be back on the Marvel bandwagon. It ain't looking good, but you never know. We'll see. I can't really.
Thor: Love and Thunder's on Disney Plus, sir.
Oh yeah. Thor: Love and Thunder, and they've made changes to that too, by the way. So those of you who to go see the, I'm going to just say a different version. I'm not going to say Superior. I haven't watched it. I just saw how they made some changes to it. So go check that out.
Ass.
Anyway, next in line. Speaking of superheroes, Blue Beetle. You familiar with Blue Beetle, Nick?
Yeah, it's that character that runs around in my house, looks blue. I can't kill it. That thing? Yeah.
Sure. I am not gonna lie. I knew the name when I heard the name. I was like, okay, I've heard that name. I don't know shit about Blue Beetle.
Nobody knows what the Blue Beetle is. Nobody fucking knows Blue Beetle. It's like when Guardians of the Galaxy came out and everybody's like, oh, I know the Guardians. Get the fuck out. You don't know fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. Get the hell out of here. No, I knew of the character Blue Beetle, but I don't know anything about it. I know the kid from Cobra Kai's in it. The Miguel, I think, is playing the main character.
Yeah, he is. Blue Beetle and Guardians, prior to their movies, they were like, they probably showed up in like animated movies as like side characters or something for like the Blue Beetle fan.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess the character he's being played by I don't have the guy's name. The guy who played Miguel.
Zolo Mariduena.
Yeah. Well, he is.
Or no, marijuana. Marijuana.
I'm glad you had to say that because I would have butchered it even worse. But he's of Spanish descent.
Yeah.
I guess the character Blue Beetle is of Spanish descent. I do not know. But according to Susan Sarandon, who is playing the villain in the Blue Beetle movie, that is now going to theaters, by the way, not just, it was originally going to HBO Max. It survived David Zaslav's cutting spree, but it is now going to theaters, and according to her, it will be in Spanish with subtitles.
Wait. First of all, I just gotta say this. Her nickname is Victoria Cord in the movie. So so they're gonna release it in America with subtitles in Spanish. Is that what you're saying?
That's what she said. I'm, you know.
Okay.
She went on a talk show.
This sound weird. Yeah, I know this sounds weird down here in like Florida, the South. You know, where a lot of people come from like Cuba and stuff like that. That could be cool because you know they now have a superhero they can attend to. But it just there's going to be a lot of people that won't like that. If you know anything about people in subtitles, a movie, I'll watch it because that does sound cool. But people in subtitles, they don't usually mix.
I don't.
Unless it's like
we don't like subtitles,
like
but a lot of people do not like subtitles, and that's a big barrier of entry for them. And now, with our current climate, some people might be like, "Oh, there's probably something. You're doing something wrong if you don't like subtitles. It means I don't know, something bad." But yeah, I found that kind of odd. I wouldn't mind because if he's a Spanish descent character, it would make sense if like his character, because I assume it takes place in America. I don't know. It may take place in Mexico or South America or whatever, something like that. I have no idea. And I guess then still, I think the subtitles in the movie, especially for a superhero movie, I mean, it's nice PR, but I don't know if it really translates to box office receipts. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But if you had like his character like at home, out of character, like speaking in Spanish and those subtitles, I think people are okay with that. But if the vast majority of the movie is subtitled, I have no problem with that. But a lot of people will. And not because, oh, he's speaking Mexican or whatever, but no, because they don't want to read subtitles. A lot of people don't watch foreign films for that reason. Yeah. That is just what it is. And I don't even think it's a elitist or I don't know what you call it. Right? I'm going to use the term racist.
No,
or something like that.
no.
It's
honestly,
just because they don't want to fucking read it.
I'm telling this is what I've learned watching the many movies that I've had my entire life. Some of the best movies that I've seen are subtitled, and of course Parasite won Best Picture, and of course Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is subtitled. But I can tell you right now, I can name 99% of the people that I know will not watch a subtitled movie because it has subtitles in a different language.
Yeah, and they
want to watch that. Yeah, it's like when I was watching the Cyberpunk 2077, the Edge Runner game, the Edge Runners movie or show. Like, I was watching it in Japanese language, and I turned it to the English language dub, and it was awful. So I'm like, yeah, we'll just go back to Japanese.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think that some critics, things like that, we don't mind. That's not a problem for us. We're used to it. And some of the best movies I've ever seen were subtitles. Amelie, the French film, fucking amazing movie. I love that movie. Like you mentioned, Parasite, things like that. I can keep on going. The list. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, by the way, I do want to point out on the DVD, has an amazing guy.
Yeah.
And by amazing, I mean it's. So I think Michelle Yeoh actually did her dub because it sounds like her, but the guy who plays Chow Yun-fat or does his vocals is some British guy. It just does not. I love it though. I love it. They say it all with conviction. But anyway, all that aside, yeah, this seems like an odd choice to me. I know that maybe they're trying to say, hey, yeah, we're representing, the character and these people and all that, and that's great. But at the end of the day, you're making a movie that for your largest market, you're an American or a U.S. company making a movie that for a U.S. audience. And yes, you want to have another audience that can enjoy it as well. And I'm with you there. But to put the whole thing in subtitles is just, it's a bold movie. It's a bold move, Cotton. I'll give him that. Bold move. I have no problem with it.
Let's see how this plays out, Cotton.
Yeah. I have no problem with it myself. I just think that whatever success this does or does not have, if it is wholly subtitled, it could have more. And that just is what it is, the language barrier that's a real thing. And I'm with you. I think the vast majority of people out there, and of course anyone who's watching this, there'll probably be comments, I don't mind subtitles movies, they're blah, 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 blah. That's you, and that's great. Me too. But a lot of people don't, or do mind it and won't watch it. So it's bold. And her comments were very, they were vague, but she said it was shot in Spanish. She made it sound as if, and that was the headline, that the movie is going to be in Spanish with subtitles. Now, if this shit comes out and then it's just like, oh, a couple of scenes are in Spanish with subtitles, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? You're lying, dude.
I mean, hell, Cobra Kai when Miguel talks to his mother Carmen is in Spanish.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, and people are okay with that as long as the vast majority of the movie is in their native tongue. I think that's when it's not, and it's not a bad thing. These people just don't want to sit there and read it. And I get it. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but it's fine. That's just people's preference. So we'll see what happens, but just know if you're looking forward to the Blue Beetle movie and you don't like reading while you watch, you might have some difficulties with this movie. Maybe they'll give like an epic dub. I don't know. Or do that thing that Prey did, where they, I'm sure that takes a lot. They shot like the whole movie twice, pretty much, or like the spoken lines. Isn't that what they did? It wasn't just a dub. They actually shot scenes that were.
They shot it twice. They shot both movies, one in Comanche and one in English.
Yeah, do that. Which I mean, if you think about it, it wouldn't be the whole movie because it's only when they're speaking they would have to shoot that twice. Yeah. But try that out. You want to go all in? Do that. Include everybody then. All right. So anyway, after that, we got a little informational piece I want to give out here. I want to. We had a scare a few weeks back, Nick. Maybe a little bit more than a few weeks back. We had a scare. If you recall,
yeah, I lost my bottle of alcohol. I couldn't find it. It was a real bad scare.
Much scarier than that.
Sorry.
Much scarier. Yeah. That's scary though, but much scarier. We had the production of The Witcher season 3 had to be halted, and it was because Henry was sick. Henry got COVID.
I don't like this. Nope, don't like it.
Our thoughts and prayers were with him, and we were being a guiding light, we as a whole human race, to see Henry through this thing. Henry Cavill. He felt our love, and he's pulled through, and they have wrapped production on season 3 of The Witcher. Still no release date, but I just want to, that's news, yes, because I love The Witcher. I know season 2 had some people that didn't love it as much, but I really love The Witcher, the Netflix show, and season 3 is complete.
He got our coin, man. We threw a coin at The Witcher. He got it.
Yes, I tossed him all my coins. But it is, production is completed. They're going to do post-production now, and then we'll eventually get the show. Probably going to be a few months. There's a lot of effects in that show. But it is coming. We're still getting it, so that's good news. But the big news here, as I said, Henry is safe, everyone. Henry is safe. So the world can continue on.
In my invisible bottle to...
It's a green screened out bottle. So just to put everybody's mind at ease, Henry is safe. All right. Something that wasn't safe, Nick, and something we've talked about quite a few times here would be Batgirl, because it got axed by David Zaslav.
Oh, yeah.
Now, other people that were involved in the project, big people, big names, they're finally coming out and talking about this movie and their thoughts on it. One of those people will be Michael Keaton. You like Michael Keaton quite a bit.
I do, even though he doesn't know anything about the movies he's in. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. That was another story from a while back. I saw that too. But he's like, they asked him, they were like, what about this movie and that movie and all these superhero movies? I was like, I don't know. I don't watch those movies. They were like, well, you were in this one. I know. I knew about my scenes. That was it. I was like, hey, you know what? Right on, man. But anyway, Michael Keaton was asked at the not the Grammys. What is it? The mini Oscars, the Emmys. He was asked about the cancellation.
because he won an Emmy.
Yeah,
he won an Emmy for Dope Sick.
Yeah. He was asked about the cancellation of Batgirl and what he thought of it, and his comments were, "I think it was a business decision. I'm going to assume it was a good one. I really don't know." And that's it. And I think people were expecting him to talk some shit or something because, it was a movie.
He doesn't know. He just dressed up as Batman one day. He popped up on the set of Tim Burton's film, and they're like, hey, you know what? Go with it. And now he's just like, hey, are they handing me a check? He's like, cool. He just goes on. He doesn't even know why he's there half the time. He's just like, I'm Batman. So,
yeah, exactly. But, well, he put it out. I think that because they went probing, because apparently they asked a few questions, but it kept on probing, and that's what he was just every time like, I don't know. There's a business issue.
I don't give a shit. Yeah. I just won an Emmy for fucking Dope Sick. Talk to me about that. I don't give a shit about Batgirl.
And this was apparently backstage right after he won an Emmy. They go straight into Batgirl. He was pretty.
Oh. That reminds me. I don't know if you're going to talk about it, but did you see what Brendan Fraser said?
I saw he spoke on it, but no, I didn't. I didn't have a chance to look at it. What did he have to? While we're here, what did he have to say?
He said it was more meant for the small screen, and next time maybe it's better to work with it, because he was talking about Darren Aronofsky. He's like, maybe it's just better to work with trusted directors next time. I'm like, oh shit! Shots across the board.
So that sounds like Brendan Fraser was kind of confirming what a lot of people, because there's been like this thing on both sides. Some people say, no, it was a fantastic movie, even though they haven't seen it. It's a fantastic movie, and they're just taking it down because of this, and they have fantastic directors because they made Ms. Marvel. And then you had the people on the other side like, well, I'm hearing it wasn't so great, and David Zaslav was saying, this movie was not good, we're getting rid of it, we don't want to pump any more money into it, it's not worth it. Sounds like Brendan Fraser, who was part of the movie, is saying, yeah, they weren't doing such a hot job. I don't know. That's how I take that comment to a degree.
Yeah.
But Michael Keaton said, I don't fucking know. It was a business decision. They know what they're doing, and I assume it was a good one. Moving on, Emmy. So it sounds like things are coming out. And things that on the Batgirl front have, and the whole Warner Brothers front, have kind of started to, pad out a bit. But from what these two are saying, it sounds like it was probably the best decision. I know we kind of all want to see it, either for varying different reasons. And I still attest to one day, I think we'll see something of that movie. But I think what we're going to finally see is, ooh, that was a good idea. This shouldn't have happened. Anywho, last little news bit of the day. We're going to transition from movies to video games for a minute. Bonnie Ross, who is the head of 434 Industries, who are the company or the studio that make the Halo franchise ever since Halo 4, is stepping down. She's leaving the company. And she has been in charge of it, I think, since 434 was invented back in 2010.
Yeah, when Halo 4 came out.
Yeah, I think it was between 2010 and 2014. 12. She has been in charge over there. She is stepping down. And people are losing their minds on both sides. The fans of Halo are saying, you had a good run, Bonnie, but you made some decisions we didn't agree with. Maybe this is for the best. Maybe they'll get somebody in there who, will do at least something different or something. They're going to take the franchise, because, the franchise has had its up and downs. And the game itself, I still attest to the fact that online, like the multiplayer and the single player of that game, are fantastic. It's a fantastic game. But it has been handled very poorly, is my understanding. Yeah. Halo 4, I know it caught some shit, but I honestly, overall, I think it was decent, fairly well received. I think most people were like, well, it's their first one, and they did pretty good. That was the one. That one got a lot of shit. People did not like that story. It was the lesser of all of them, in my opinion, as well. And then Master Chief Collection was a disaster when it came out, but it did build back up and became a fantastic game that it is now, and it's still played quite a bit online. And Infinite is really sad because it's just a fantastic game that has been just getting handled. It's after release, and while it was being released, it's just been handled very poorly. But it's a great game. So they at least know how to make a game. I'll give them that. So maybe they just need somebody to come in there and manage the studio properly. I don't know who that will be. I know Jason Stamper. Is it Stamper? He was one of the original founders of Bungie. He came back to Bungie for that last year, the year that Halo Infinite got delayed. He came back to Bungie to help them. And, not Bungie, 434. So I'm wondering if he's still there, maybe they'll offer him the job. I have no idea. I don't know who's going to be taking over. They haven't said that, but she's stepping down. Now, the fans are all like, okay, this could be a good thing. Cool. We haven't liked the direction things have been going overall, so maybe somebody else, fresh blood. But then the other side, of course, are like, ha ha ha, she's terrible. That was a terrible fucking game, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, come on, guys. Just, why? Why? And people are like talking shit because she's stepping down. Some people are saying she's actually getting fired. But they usually, when you're in these top level positions, you get fired, but they allow you to go out gracefully and say, I'm leaving due to this. She said she's leaving due to family medical issues. No specifics given as of right now. Which they should. That's a personal business. I don't know. Maybe if she is getting fired, it wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
I get the perfect replacement. I get the perfect replacement.
Oh, God. What?
And it's not Pac-Man.
Oh, no. Kathleen Kennedy?
You all love her,
People do give her a really hard time. And I don't know the woman personally, unfortunately. But she's been involved with some really beloved,
she's
well-received
the most successful
things.
producer in history.
Yeah, she has done. It's not until the past few years, like say the past 5-6 6, 7 years that people really started shitting on her. She, before that, was in some powerhouses that people absolutely love. So, I mean, you got to give that woman at least that much respect. But who knows? Maybe maybe Kathleen Kennedy will leave Lucasfilm and come on over to 343. And I mean, it's Microsoft. It's a big fucking company. They got the money.
Right.
I doubt it, but I assume we will get somebody, because that's a big thing. People want to know, okay, who's in charge of it now? I'm curious, though, if whoever they get to come in there, are they going to, like, fast-track fixes to try and... Because people are kind of to the point where they're like, all right, Halo Infinite, as far as it's, like, plans moving forward with its multiplayer and everything, ship has sailed, we give. I'm wondering if they're going to get somebody to come in and try and revitalize that, because they really wanted that to be, like, a thing for a long time. So are they willing to just give up on it that easily, or are they going to start a whole new thing, or are they going to have somebody come in and be like, right this ship, and then we'll do the next thing? I don't know. But we will find out soon, I suppose. Okie dokie, everybody. That was this week's News Bits. Those little stories that we didn't want to forget about, but didn't quite warrant their own part of the show. If there was a story that we missed prior to this recording, and you wish we'd gone over it, put it in the comments below. Let us know what you thought about all this stuff. What do you think about Charlie Cox's Daredevil showing up in only one little episode of She-Hulk? Also, his show, Born Again, that apparently is 2 years away. What do you think of that and what they're saying about the comedy? Susan Sarandon speaking in Espanol throughout the entire movie of Blue Beetle. The Witcher 3 has wrapped production and Henry is safe. Michael Keaton's comments on Batgirl, and Bonnie Ross leaving the Halo franchise behind.